Welcome to the show. This is your host, David Yanez, and you're listening to MIDWATCH with the Rev. Thank you so much for tuning in and for taking this Friday with me. I know that our listening base is kind of shrink down a little bit on Fridays. I'm trying to encourage people to tune in even though they're trying to get out for the weekend. I'm trying to give some good godly advice about relationships. Amen? Relationships. Let me start off with giving you our address. It's P.O. Box 5172, Kingwood, Texas, 77325. You can write us, Revelation Ministries, Revmedia Network, MIDWATCH with the Rev. However you want to remember us, you can write us. Amen? You can let us know exactly what you've been thinking. You can let us know exactly how you've been. Give us some ideas for some shows. But if you don't want to use the snail mail, you can get a response to us quicker through the Rev at midwatchwiththerev.com, or you can write me at David at Revmedianetwork.com. David at Revmedianetwork.com. We have just started our own Facebook and Twitter for the actual radio station. I've been using my personal one on the station, which I'm going to leave there near my profile, but I'm going to put a link for the new ones that we just started, because we're going to start putting all our archives of shows on YouTube on the audio part. So see how that goes. We're hoping it all works out. I was working on that today just before the show started and stuff. And in between that, try and grab some lunch and finish some notes on today's show. We have some neat things that are going to happen today. We are on Chat Tango. Chat Tango is a free chatware software type thing. You can just log in. If you look at it, the box, the bottom of your viewer or the bottom of the page that you are on right now listening to the show, I am logged in as MIDWATCH. It has my profile, my picture there. You can just click on it, and when you click on it, you'll see my profile, my picture, I guess. Either way, it's here. We want to hear from you. You can chat with me, give me your prayer requests over the Chat Tango, or you can email me, the Rev at midwatchwiththerev.com, with any type of prayer request that you may have right now. It's Friday, my friends. It's that day. It is that day that we can get out. We off for the weekends. What you got planned this weekend? Amen. What you got planned? God is doing some good things with our ministry. And we'll be having church, of course, on Sunday night, 6 p.m. at Metro Church. I'll be preaching that service. Kind of worked on my sermon most of the week. I've got to do a little bit more catching up on it, but it should be fine. Amen? It should be fine. So, today's show is on relationships. And we have a lot of information that I put together for today's show as far as with the relationships and as far as with how things look on relationships. And one thing I noticed, too, is that a lot of people miss shows. Well, if you miss shows, if like today's Friday show, for some reason people are at work or doing things or going out of town and taking Friday off, and that's fine. My wife, she's off today as well. I mean, Fridays is just a day that everybody tends to take that and just deal with everything on Monday. I don't blame you. But if you do miss our show, you can also hear our show, the audio version of our show, on the archives under my picture. You can click on my picture on any of the parts of the website. It's posted all over there. Or go to my profile. When you go to my profile, in the host page, the bio page, you will see at the bottom all the shows that have dates, and it has a little tag of what the show is about. So if you missed the show and you just cut into the show or just come early into the show, then you can do that. Amen? Well, this week has been an interesting week. We've talked about soul ties, depending on God, finishing strong as a leader, and yesterday during our missions outreach, Today we talked about empowerment, that God has empowered you. Soul ties we covered on the first show of this week. The second show we even went into a little bit. That there's positive and negative soul ties that your life may be tied to, and that you are the only judge of that. Amen. You are the only judge to know how that happens. You're the only one that knows who controls you. And then we went through, or what controls you, because I tell you what, my friends, there are no controlling people. We covered that. The only controlling people, but there are people that want to be controlled. Now you understand the difference. There are no controlling people, but people that want to be controlled. There's victims, but then victims end up becoming volunteers when they never change their situation. If you're in a home where you're getting hurt, if you're in a home where your children are getting hurt, now that's frustrating. But if you're in a home where your children are getting hurt and you haven't done anything, or you don't know what to do, and your heart doesn't know how to handle what's going on, then my friends, I'm going to tell you right now, you were a victim when it first happened, and maybe a few more times afterwards, but when that happens, it happens, and continually happens, and you haven't done anything, then you're becoming a volunteer to the situation. Amen? Amen, my friends. Okay, soul ties is having your heart tied to the wrong people. There's good and bad, and there's good soul ties, which is having your heart tied to the right person. Dependency on God is no matter what in your life you have. That was our day of faith. That you should be dependent on God, just like you're dependent on air to breathe. Or we talked about the water, and we talked about how we need the water to survive, and that no matter what, our whole spirit and mind and body should be in the same thing. And then on finishing strong, we will try and encourage leaders this week just to finish strong. Don't stop. Don't stop when you're almost there. Don't stop when you get frustrated. We put some safeguards there. You got to listen to the program. It was awesome. We put some safeguards there about prayer, faith, taking time with your family, resting, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff will make you be able to finish strong. Don't overexert yourself. Don't wait till it's all a calamity to ask for help. Pastor Mike Salazar was on the show with us, and we were able to cover that. And then yesterday was about empowerment. God's empowered you with faith, with love. He's empowered you with knowledge. He's empowered you with prayer and opportunity. All these things He's put into you. And He wants you to use that for His glory. Amen? Amen. Well, today's topic, we're going to talk about partnership. About what affects your partnership. What affects the people that are around you that you love the most in your life? What affects them? We're going to do that, and I'm going to make sure my bell is working so I can get you to hear it. Let's see how it sounds. Make sure it's going. Okay, there, it's working. Thank you for listening to MIDWATCH with the Rev here on YouTube. If you'd like to finish listening to your broadcast, please go to RevMediaNetwork.com, and you'll be able to look under the host page and find the same title that you're listening to right now on that host page. And also, I want to encourage you to listen to RevMediaNetwork.com. We have live streams all the time, live audio, live video. God bless. Bye-bye. You've been listening to RevMediaNetwork.com, where the most influential ministers and Christian talk show hosts are brought to you daily 24/7 on your online connection.